guys, good win today. Steve, when you're ready, feel free to jump in and ask some questions.
Yep, no sweat. Kristi, well done today. Was that the type of response that you needed after you had some strong words after that loss against Perth last week, where you basically said you embarrassed yourselves, and was this the sort of response that you demanded and needed today?
Definitely, I think, we know our season's on the line right now of it's pretty much win or lose. Like, you win, you hopefully get in, you lose, you're going home. So it was definitely not a great game against Perth for us, and then to come out and respond the way that we did. And look, there was times where I felt like we let Adelaide in the game, and but the biggest thing I said to my group is, which I've been asking most of the season when times are tough, is about digging deep in those moments. And I felt like we did that going down the stretch with 5 minutes to go. We kept it to 4 and we scored 12. And, you know, as coaches always say, it starts at the defensive end. And if you can dig deep in those moments, anything's possible. And that's what we did today.
And what was going through your mind in the third quarter, right at the end of the third quarter, when there was just those two cough-ups right at the end? Sort of gotten a bit of a roll. What was going through your mind at that stage?
Yeah, look, I thought about calling a timeout, but I always try and, if I can, try and keep my timeouts as long as I can in that to going into the fourth. I think, I think there was only like a minute to go, and I didn't want to call that timeout because you just lose one in that situation, just hoping that the girls can be poised in those moments. But, you know, credit to the girls. They did a great job in that last quarter. We still have breakdowns at times, but, you know, it's a huge win for us in the scheme of things. But it just credit to Adelaide as well. They come out and they were super, super physical with us. And, and I expect that on Tuesday night. I think we played Tuesday night against Canberra. I expect the same thing.
And what did you think about Cayla's performance today? Obviously 21 and 14, and she had 10 in the fourth quarter as well. When you needed your captain to step up, she certainly did.
Yeah, and that's experience for you, right? I think you can't buy experience. She was big for us in that last quarter. She kept Fagan to 11 points, and Fagan's a good young player for them, you know, and she did a great job on her. So, yeah, credit to Cayla for the way she really stood up for us today, and it's a real a huge leadership game for us today that she presented to the team.
Cayla, what was your thoughts on the game, and particularly the fourth quarter, the way you sort of just locked them right down in that last 5 to 6 minutes?
Yeah, look, I love finals basketball, and we're too good of a team to not be in the finals. So I don't play making friends is fun. But we all play with the purpose of making finals and making a run at cutting the net at the end. So part of that goal is to make the finals, and we're right there. Our backs are against the wall. We've still got it in our control right now, and we don't want to have to rely on other teams. So for me, it was, I'm getting old, and I want to, have wins. And so I think it was just, I think I spoke to the team earlier about digging deep and making sure that, we get the W today, because it means a lot for us. And I think we all did a great job of handling the pressure in the end to overcome and get the win.
And do you feel like, the top three have separated themselves from the pack, Cayla, but do you feel like you can still make some noise from fourth?
Absolutely. With the biggest A. Absolutely. Finals time is different basketball. We only lost to Townsville on the buzzer last week up in Townsville. And so, we're right there. Yeah, the Perth game, whatever. Perth, they just shot the lights out. It was just an unfortunate backslide, but we're more than capable. We've shown this season we are, but yes, we've been inconsistent, but the season doesn't really matter once you're in finals. It's finals basketball. It's more aggressive. If it's more aggressive than tonight, I'm going to need to be on ice for a couple of days. But, it was a credit to Adelaide. They really pushed us with a team that's got, not a whole lot to play for in terms of finals. They came out and really gave it to us. So, and I'm sure we will get that and more on their home turf next week. So, yeah, just pretty stoked to get the win. And look, finals time, like I said, is anyone's basketball. And I'm more than confident that we're more than capable of making some noise come finals time, and we're not just lucky to be there, and hopefully we, make the semis look good, and hopefully it's not a whitewash and a sweep. It's going to be physical style Southside Flyers basketball, and because we're coming for that final spot.
And Kristi, I understand McKenna Marissa was at the game, but she's heading off to Germany, possibly today or tomorrow. She's secured a gig over there. Can you talk us through how that's unfolded and where that sits?
Yeah, it was just she called me on Wednesday to say that she had an offer in Germany, and she wanted to know what my thoughts were on it. And honestly, I'm always about what's right for the athlete. And as we know, McKenna hasn't played a whole heap for us. And I just think that it was the right move for her. I thought that, and not that I was pushing her out the door or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It was just the fact that sometimes when you haven't had a great season or haven't had the opportunity that you probably want, and you try and do get another European gig, it's always hard to get it because your stats aren't where they need to be. So, and I just said to Mac that that it was, I gave her my blessing for the fact that sometimes it's out of sight, out of mind in Europe, and if she could get back into Europe and have an opportunity to get her confidence back and get to play a lot more minutes and stuff, I was happy for her to do that. The hardest thing, I think, letting Mac go is she's probably, it's like Cayla spoke about it tonight and I spoke about it the other day, yesterday to the group, that she's an absolute pro in everything that she does. For somebody that didn't play a whole minute, she never sulked, never showed any bad body language. She was always there for the team, and it's not easy for an import to not play the minutes that they want to play. And everybody's loved her in the group. She's always got a smile on her face. You cannot fault her for the person that she is and the way that she carried herself while she was here. And that's probably why I gave her the blessing to go, because of the person she actually is more than anything.
Yes, no worries. Thanks, guys. Well done today.
Thank
No
you.
worries, thank you.